You are your biggest and only problem. And you are the only solution to those problems. Hello and welcome. My name's Campbell. This is Spiral Up, and today I want to talk about being real. It's time to get real. We are in a time where we don't really have much time left. The clock is ticking, and it's time to get over ourselves is really what we need to do. Guys, the past is a teacher. It's not a prophet. And if you want to get all philosophical on it, you cannot prove that you were not created 10 minutes ago with all of your memories intact. So what is the past? So many people put so much emphasis on the past. Why spend your life looking back? If you're spending your life looking back, you can't be going forwards. Where attention goes, energy flows. And it's really time that we need to understand this. It's what we focus on that we're going to create. It's what we focus on that we're going to experience. And things change, guys. The only constant is change. But many people think that things don't change. They say the law of attraction doesn't work. I keep getting the same things. Well, it is changing. It's just changing to the same thing over and over because you're focusing on the same thing over and over. And unless you break that cycle, nothing else can change. Okay, this is the spiral. Because as I've said before, you can't actually just go around in circles and stay there. It's a spiral down. Okay, you can only go up or down. You can't stay stagnant. There is no static. That doesn't exist. So it's time we all get real, because like I said, we don't have that much time. And if you're gonna build hills and mountains in front of you, then you're going to get stuck there. You're not going to get over the hill and the mountain. Turning molehills into mountains, right? Turning little problems, little things that happened years ago into big things because of 5 years, 10 years, 20 years focusing on them. And after that time, what you're remembering isn't even what happened. Okay, over time, you change the circumstances to fit yourself. So the past isn't real. We've got to stop focusing on it so much. Time doesn't actually really exist. Okay, and there's a good saying, and it says, if you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. And it's a good thing to keep in mind. What are you fighting for? In your thoughts, in your minds. When you hear things, are you judging them? That's right or that's wrong, or I'm offended, how dare you? That's even worse, right? But are you judging things as good or bad? Because once you do that, you can't learn anything. You've put yourself out of the game. Okay, so if you get information and you're like, in my last video I said, but, right? If you get information and it's like, yeah, but, it's the same thing. That's just saying, no, that doesn't sync with what I believe. Now, if everything has to sync with what you believe, you can't learn anything at all. All you're doing is trying to get the world to prove you right. Okay, now you can do that. That the world will prove you right, and it is proving you right, and to prove your belief and your belief systems right to you, because it's only right to you. It's not right to anyone else. We all have our own little worlds. We all have our own perspective, and it's all different. So if you want to prove to yourself that things are bad, then you'll think about things being bad. You'll go out there, you'll act with that energy, and bad things will be attracted to you, and you'll prove yourself right. And the worst thing is there's a weird satisfaction that people get from that. Yay, I'm right, even though things are getting worse. So what are you choosing, guys? What are you focusing on? Are you falling for that? Because that's the trick, right? That's the program. You're not enough. You were born with sin. All right, life's hard. Only the criminals and the liars and scoundrels get ahead. Because life's hard. It's against you. There's actually a video pinned to my channel page if you go there, and then that's what it talks about. Do you think, what's your base feeling? What's your base thought on this reality? Is it a good one or is it a bad one? Is it here to help you or to hinder you? Because until we get this sorted, everything else, we're really just running a program. Okay, if you can't say yes, the world is good, and or the world is bad, bad. But if you don't know what it is, then you don't know who you are and you don't know where you are. So decide, is the world good or bad? Because whatever you decide is what you're going to experience. And I would suggest that you look for the good. Because if you decide the world's good, you're going to start looking for the good. And when you start looking for the good, you're going to start seeing the good. And again, you'll start proving yourself right that the world is good. Much better than proving yourself right that the world is bad. Okay, because, this is the thing. I first got onto this, I first heard this concept about 25 years ago from Jim Rohn. And I only really got it and understood it, like 10 years later, probably, sort of 12, 15 years ago, that we are our problem. We, us, the man in the mirror. Just like Michael Jackson says, you've got to start with the man in the mirror, or woman. This is the problem. It's us. We create our own problems. It's us. Like it's our reactions. That there is no one else to blame. I've said this one before. Dr. Wayne Dwyer. If the world's your problem and it's the world that's making your life bad, then you have to go out and change almost 8 billion people. Impossible. It's possible to change yourself. So it's time to get real. What are you fighting for? Are you fighting for your limitations? Or are you fighting to free yourself of those limitations? Because it's not, guys, it's a journey. It's a journey. It took me many, many years to change my subconscious thoughts and my self-image and the way that I see the world. It's a journey. This stuff doesn't happen overnight, but at this point in time, it's time to just let go. Just let go of the crap. Understand that it's not real. It's just stuff you believe because of the circumstances you've experienced and the program that's laid over the top from society, right? Education, all this stuff. They want you to believe that it's bad and that the world is hard. But then they win, right? Then they win. And I don't know about you, but I don't like to lose, especially to evil, and I won't. So, where do you stand? Because this is the thing. If you're running the program and you're believing that the program is real, you're being controlled by that side. You're not winning. You're not defeating the evil. You're not standing guard at the door to your mind every day, which is what we need to do. All right? That's the most precious thing we have, is our perspective, and that's because that's why they're trying to get to it so often, right? So, yeah, we're at that time, guys. It's time. You've got to get real with yourselves. You've got to be true. What do you want? Are you going to fight for your limitations and say, poor little me, sit in the corner, the world's so hard, oh my God, they win, I lose, because that's the only other option to F them. I will do what I want. I am the power here. I answer to no one but the Creator. And that's the difference. And the difference is if you're a creation of the Creator, then no one rules you. You do what you want. As long as you hurt no other, you have free roam to do whatever you want. And this is where we need to be. Free roam to do whatever you want is freedom. That's where we're going, building new communities. And this old cult of right? The cult of cultures, right? Things grow on. That's what a culture is. It has to fall. It's been built on bad foundations. It's been built on evil foundations. We know what it's been built on. It has to fall. So we have to let go of it, because this is the thing. The program is the culture. The cultivar is the program. And as long as we believe it, we're held in the matrix. You can't walk forward to freedom if you keep looking back at slavery. All right? The two can't exist in the same space. They're different vibrations. So this is where we are. So, guys, yeah, it's time to get real. I want you all to be there. I want you all to be, get on the other side of the hill with us. We can all do this, but it's time to get real. All right? Whatever you need to spend time. If you're having issues with this and you're still getting thoughts coming up, you need, first of all, understand they're just thoughts. Just let them come up. Okay, think about them. Where did that come from? Don't, resist them, and definitely don't let them get you under their spell and their vibration. Notice them, and once you notice them, then you can stop them. You can build that gap and go, don't want to think like that. That's crap. Much rather build the future. And just let go, guys. Let go of it. Don't, people hold on so tightly to things that they don't want. And that's just going to keep you in a low vibration. And look around, guys. Big changes are happening. Big things are coming. And not everyone's going to end up in the same space. Everyone's going to end up where they need to be, depending on what they need to learn. So that's really what it is. Learn the lesson now, or, spend another couple of thousand years, a few more hundred lifetimes going through it again. I think it's better that we do it now, and we all rise up. Time to activate, light workers. Throw the facade away, take the mask off, the persona, right? That's what this is all about. We need to take the masks off, the people that we are pretending to be, because there's three things, right? There's three psyches in our mind. There is who we pretend to be to the world, our persona. Then there's who we think we are. Then there's who we really are. Okay, and that of course is, the subconscious, the mind, and the ego. So who are you really, guys? Dig deep and get down to who you really are, and drop the persona. Drop the facade, all right? Just let the red bricks show through. All right, guys, I hope you got something from that. Please share this video if you found the message interesting. Give me a like, a comment. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you to everyone who does support this channel. And of course, guys, the big message always on this channel: look inside yourself, because that's where the greatness is. It's time to bring it out, show it to the world. We are all pieces of this puzzle. So I love you all. Bye for now.